Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. So today we will learn about what is a computer system. As you are learning from many classes that it is an electronic device that can perform a variety of tasks, right? So what is the full form of computer? It is common oriented machine particularly used for trade and education research, right? So next up we have our characteristics of computer. What are the characteristics of computer? First up we have here is speed. What is the meaning of speed? A computer works at an amazing speed without making any mistake, right? Normal person like us, we will make many mistakes if we will work for many hours, but computer will not make any mistake if it will work for longer hours even, right? So next up we have here is accuracy. What is the meaning of accuracy? A computer performs its tasks with great accuracy, right? It hardly commit any mistakes. For example, if we are doing work from long hours, we will be definitely making any mistakes, but computer, if it will work for longer hours, then even not it will not make any mistake, right? So next up here is diligence. What is the meaning of diligence? A computer can perform millions of tasks or calculations with the same consistency and accuracy. It doesn't feel any fatigue or lack of concentration. Fine. It never lost its concentration as well. So next up here is versatility. What is the meaning of versatility? A computer can perform various types of jobs. For instance, one can enjoy listening to music while typing, right? While working on any package, we can play games, do calculations, make animations, surf on the internet, send email, etc. Right? So next up here is reliability. What is the meaning of reliability? Here is a computer is more reliable than a human being as it never gets tired and bored of repetitive tasks. Like if you are telling the computer to do multiply 100 times, it will not deny. It definitely will do the repetitive tasks again and again as long as we will give it the same tasks. Okay, so next up here is automation. What is the meaning of automation? Computer perform all the tasks automatically, that is it perform tasks without manual intervention. Fine. Next up here is memory. Now a computer has built-in memory called primary memory. Where does it store all the data that we are typing, we are entering? All the data we will store automatically in primary memory. Second type of memory we have here is secondary memory. Secondary memory can include various devices like pen drives, CDs, card readers, etc. Right? So next up we have here is applications of computer. Okay, so what are the applications of computer? First is business, that how the computers are helping us in businesses. Okay, so computer have greatly helped in the improvement of business activities through the world, right? Organizations can easily have access to the latest technologies and manpower across the world. E-commerce has completely changed the scenario of online shopping. Global businesses relations can now be maintained through the internet very easily. Okay, so next up here is e-commerce. What is e-commerce now? E-commerce here is, it is based on computer technology and network technology, runs through every aspects of network consumption interaction, and can offer all-round services including web browsing, internet payments, and network management, etc. Next up, how the computers are helping us in education field. Well, you can find it out very easily that how computer is helping us in education. Okay, so this technology uses video conferencing and online modules of study materials for learning. As you will learn this chapter by me, this is also e-learning. This is also helping us in education. Fine. So next up here is medical. How the computer is helping us in medical field? Computer can keep track of all prescriptions and billing information. They can be used to store the information about the medicine prescribed to the patient. Computer enable an efficient storage of huge amount of medical data. Okay, it is also the benefit that computer has large amount of data to store into it, and large memory as well that can store large amount of data. Okay, next is how the computer is helping us in science. How the computer is helping in science? Science use technology in all their experiments. Computer are probably the biggest advantage in scientific technology. They allow us to analyze huge data sets and run statistical analysis for quickly. Then, in the past, scientists also used them to learn simultaneous simulations and build electronic models. Okay, so next here is communication. Computers are critical for communications and are counterpiece of information technology. Okay, today many traditional communication modes, including postal mail and landline phones, seems obsolete. Why? Because we are very much habitual of using mobile phones. We use every task of us on mobile. If we are supposed to send any message, or we do it on WhatsApp. If we are supposed to send any email, then that also can be done with our mobile. Like, this is not a trend of now that we are sending our message to someone by post. So that's why these all are getting obsolete. Okay, so next up we have here is basic organizations of a computer. Well, you need to understand here is what the basic structure of computer, how the computer works. First is input, right? What is the input? Input is the unit formed by attaching one or more input devices to a computer. A user inputs data and instructions through input devices like keyboard, mouse, etc. The input unit is used to provide data to the processor for further processing. In simple words, it is the data that we are entering into the computer. Next up we have here is CPU, which is very much important. Why it is important? Because it is the brain of computer. We call the CPU as the brain of computer, as CPU is the main unit of computer. Okay, it controls all the internal and external devices of a computer and perform arithmetic and logical operations. Well, CPU is a very small and is referred to as a microprocessor. Fine. Here it is divided into some parts. First up we have here is control unit. What is control unit? Control unit controls the functioning of all the components of the computer whichever are attached to the computer. Okay, next is arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic and logic operations on data are performed by arithmetic logic unit. Next is memory unit. Here we have is memory unit. Data and instructions are stored in memory storage devices. Whatever we are writing, whatever we are storing into the computer, where it gets stored into computer's memory, right? So next and last is output unit, which is very important. It is the thing that we get after giving input. Whenever we are giving input, the computer shows us the result on the computer that we called output. Okay, so next up we have here is types of computer. How many types of computer are there? You can see here is microcomputer. What is microcomputer? Microcomputers are also known as personal computers, or simply PCs we can also call it. These type of computers use a microprocessors, right? They cost less and are very small in size. The most popular type of personal computers are you can include any computer, Dell, HTC, Apple, etc. Right? Next up here is mini computer. These computers are bigger in size and have higher processing speed and are costlier than micro computer. The capabilities of mini computers are better than personal computer. Mini computers are used in business, education and many other government departments. Okay, the one and most important thing you need to know about the mini computer here is the first mini computer was introduced in the mid 1960s by Digital Equipment Corporations. Okay, you just keep it in your mind that when does the first mini computer introduced. Okay, next up we have here is personal computer. Personal computer we have covered in a microcomputer as well, so there isn't any need to learn it. Next is supercomputer. Now these are very important. The largest computers are the supercomputers. Okay, as you can see here in the picture also, that above all the computers, supercomputers are very bigger in size. These are the most powerful and most expensive and fastest computers in the world, and are capable of processing trillions of instructions per seconds. Okay, these computers are used by the government agencies such as Internal Revenue Service, the National Weather Service, and the National Defense Agency, etc. Okay, now here you need to know is the examples of supercomputer. First is Cray 1, that is CRAY, Cray 1, Cray 2, Control Data, Cyber 205, IBM, Roadrunner, ETA 10, etc. Okay, so next we have here is laptop and computer. I think you all are aware of what the laptops are, why they are used, and tablet also. Now here we can find the difference between laptop and tablet computer. What is the difference? These both are portable, but only difference is there, in laptop we have keyboard, but in tablet we don't have keyboard. Tablet is more like our mobile phones because it has touch screen and we can do all the work by touching its screens. There isn't any need to add keyboard into it as in laptop. Okay, so here we are finishing our lecture. I hope you learned a lot and you are supposed to make notes of it. Make notes of it, and in next lecture you will make the question answers of the same. Okay, thank you. Have a good day to all.